round a second, please. Just let me give the baby a run for his money.
Okay, I've got Annie Meredith. She's 43. She's been in an RTA. She was unstable on arrival, but now she's hemodynamically stable. The CT scan shows some free fluid, but it's nothing too complicated. I'm confident to proceed.
Yeah, well, good for you. Does it look like the liver that's been lacerated?
Possibly, but there's fluid around it in the spleen as well. It's not clear where it's coming from.
You happy to tackle this one on your own?
Yeah, I'm just checking with you.
No, fine, you go ahead. I'm on the way in anyway.
Where are you?
I've just been to see Zubin. See how he's doing, but he's not in. I'm on the way.
Now, but Dun's driving him on. This is a great run by...
She's just...
Why the police here again?
Apparently, they're bringing Zubin back to empty his locker. They have to let Mrs. Woods know first.
At the moment, Professor Khan is still at the police station.
Have you charged him yet?
No, we need to get all the evidence together first. Some of the clothes he wore on that night are still in his locker, so we'll be bringing him in to go through it. After that, he'll be released on bail.
I'm banned from the hospital. He's already been suspended. Look, is it absolutely necessary that he be brought back into the building? I mean, you can see how distressed Liz is.
No, I'm fine. I won't have to see him, will I?
No, we'll make sure of that. But we would like to give him the chance to cooperate, given the severity of the accusations.
Accusations? He raped her.
What do you mean there's nobody in yet? Do you realise how serious this is? The accusation concerns one of my ex-patients. Well, what's the point of being a union member if nobody can get back to me quicker than this? Look, just get them to ring me as soon as possible, okay? Thank you.
Yeah, but he's a professor. You don't really believe you could have done that, do you?
He's a man, isn't he?
What you got then?
Daughter of darkness.
Hold on. Oh dear. 100 to 1, the outsider.
Oh, my life story.
That'd be £1, please.
Kelly, have you got a bed ready for our RTA? She can be coming out of theatre soon.
On my way.
No, on my way requires movement in the leg area.
Do you fancy having a go on the sweepstake for the big race? Only a few left.
How much is it?
£1. It's just a bit of a giggle, really. Winner gets 20 quid. I'm only doing it on Darwin and Keller.
Oh, go on then.
We were just talking about the prof.
Then don't.
You can't blame us for being worried. We might have been working with some sort of sex fiend.
And you might not. I know it's a novel idea, but let's just presume that for once somebody's innocent until they're proved guilty. The Iron Maiden.
No comment.
Better not be. Come on, Annie Meredith, A1.
Catch you later.
The Doppler utilises descending aortic flow to provide an immediate assessment of your left ventricular performance.
I'm sorry, mate. Most of this is going over my head. Only just about understand what a coronary graft is.
Right, OK, well, I'm sorry, I just need to write up some notes for my research, you see. I'm doing a study comparing invasive and non-invasive methods with monitoring how your heart's perform.
Right. That's what that thing's for.
Yes, yeah.
Just get on with it, mate.
OK, yeah.
I think I know you from somewhere.
I'm sorry?
I'm just saying, I think I know you from somewhere.
It's not another boyfriend I don't know about. I've been away. You never know what they get up to, do you?
Hey, I'm marrying you, aren't I? What do you want?
How are you? Congratulations.
Yeah, I want it all read by La Vida's, darling. Isn't that right, nurse?
I don't know, I'd like to be. Right then. I expect you've had loads of these, then, haven't you, Mr. Ross?
Plenty. Where my heart is, I should have one permanently attached.
Mr. Keating's going to do your ECG, and then Mr. Campbell-Gore will be in to talk you through your procedure.
There's no point. I won't know what he's talking about. Look, I'll just lie here and do what I'm told, mate.
I definitely know you from somewhere.
It would be a lot easier if we could just get her home.
Is that possible?
Normally I'd say yes, but the operation's very recent. Any move within the next 3 or 4 days could be tricky.
I don't feel up to moving anyway.
Well, if you're sure about that, darling.
I think we should get Mrs. Woods down to X-ray. We need to make sure your lung's fully inflated before we can take out the drain.
Mrs. Woods, if you have any further problems here with the staff or anything else, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll leave you to get on.
Well, let's have a listen, shall we? Breathe for me.
You know, it could be a good idea to talk to someone about this, someone neutral. I'm a psychiatrist and I have counselling experience.
Oh, I get this. You're trying to question her judgment, Trying to get her to drop the charges?
No. No one's doubting anyone. We just want both of you to have all the support that you need.
Well, I think the wind's healing nicely. I think we make Elizabeth a little more comfortable.
Okay. Yes, Andy? Oh, sorry to interrupt. Mr. Keating said, can you do your ECG on your op cab?
Right, thanks. I'll see you in a little while. Inspector. When a patient makes a complaint in my department, particularly one as serious as this, we follow a very strict protocol and it's adhered to.
I'm sure.
So I resent your implication that somehow Mrs. Woods won't have the full support of my staff. Particularly Dr. Forbes, whose judgment certainly won't be swayed just because a member of staff's involved.
I just want Mrs. Woods to know that she has our full support.
As she has ours.
Then there's no conflict.
What was that about?
I know she has a job to do, but I won't have her going over my head in my department, and I certainly won't have her casting aspersions on my colleagues.
You're a charmer, yeah?
No, I mean it. I mean it. You do a terrific job.
Oh. Well, I better go continue and be terrific then.
And with due deference to your impartiality, is dinner possible tonight?
Well, yeah, but obviously not together.
Please?
No, I think we should keep this strictly professional until it's over.
No, you're going to give in eventually. Is this payback time because I turned down your last offer?
As if I would be that juvenile. Anyway, I thought that you enjoyed games.
As long as I win.
Well, me too.
Your mum is in the operating theatre. She was involved in a car accident.
I know. I was on the phone to her when she crashed. I think I might have put her off.
Well, she's done some damage to her abdomen, but we're hoping that it's nothing too serious, so you try not to worry.
I can't help it. I want to be there when she comes round. She can't stand hospitals.
Well, if you wait in here, and I'll make sure that Mr. Griffin comes through when he's finished.
I just don't think that we should be seen to socialise. I'm supposed to be Elizabeth's impartial confidant.
We won't even mention it. I'll tell you about talking to my dad about Alex Adams instead.
You spoke to your dad?
Yeah. You see, you think I learned nothing in our sessions, but you did make a difference.
So how was it?
Well, it was a bit difficult at first, but I stuck with it and asked for his advice.
How did he react?
He was a bit surprised, but then he was very helpful. We discovered a friend in common, a Charles Merrick, neurosurgeon.
No, I don't know him.
Yeah, well, you might know his daughter, Victoria Merrick. She was murdered in her flat a couple of years ago.
Oh, yeah, by a patient's father?
Yeah, exactly, that's the one. Well, anyway, Charles has been developing these stimulators for the brain. Very cutting-edge stuff, but I think it might be good for Adams. We're going to meet Merrick later on. Why don't you try and bring Alex along?
Okay, I will.
Yeah.
Thanks. And well done again for breaking the ice with your father.
And how about that dinner?
Well, there's nothing to talk about now, is there? Mr. Campbell, fancy your chances?
That's hard. Yeah, sure, of course.
Oh, yeah. Infield, 12 o'clock. What are the longest doors now? No, it's too long. Next one down, Salty Annie, 10 to 1. Hold the lift. You're £500.
You're right, Kath.
Has Mr. Woods actually been home since she came in?
I don't know. He's obviously paying her a lot of attention.
Or standing guard?
No, I think he's just being protective. After what's happened, you can't really blame him.
Maybe. He doesn't want to leave her side. He doesn't want anyone to talk to her when he's not there.
Yeah?
It's probably nothing. Innocent until proved guilty.
Pardon?
Nothing.
Kath?
He reminds me of my ex, Simon. There's something not quite right about him.
No, I think he just looks like he's being concerned.
Probably just me.
Hello, Dave. You out already? Oh, and the gangsters, Mole. Don't tell me they've released your old man as well, have they, Penny? Last thing I need is Tony Lester back on the streets.
It's a hospital, Blake. Why don't you go and stitch somebody up? You're good at that.
See you next time I nick you, Dave.
I doubt it, love. I'm going straight.
Your dad's in Holby, Nick, same as mine. I'll see you in the waiting room tonight.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We won't say anything as long as you don't.
Thanks.
Not through this way. We're in the locker room. Just go through now, quickly.
Oh, great. So this is your way of protecting my wife, is it?
It's just a mistake. Don't just stand there. Take him out. And you, don't say anything, please.
It's not me that needs to say something.
don't you charge him with something?
I'll make a note of it, Mr. Woods. He is still under caution. I would like to apologise to you.
It's okay, I'm all right.
Right, come on.
Managed without me.
Sorry, remind me of the name?
So quickly forgotten. Still, with another man in your life, what's a chap to expect?
You can ask me how it went.
The weekend in Gay Paris with Tom. Romantic, if a little cliched. No, I don't think so. If you want to waste your time on a man with the charisma of an amoeba, it's your problem.
Aha, just the people I want to see. It's the Wales Cup.
Don't ask him for tips.
I'm not. I'm just doing a sweepstake as a bit of a laugh. Quid a horse, only 2 left.
Not sure I fancy the odds.
I'll have a go, if he pays. Femme fatale. It's a favourite.
I'm sure it is. Pandora's box.
Thank you. See you later. Bye.
Ah, Rick.
I'll leave you to flatter each other's egos.
Have a word?
Certainly. How about goodbye? Or perhaps au revoir?
Ah, I've only had time for the joys of hospital banter.
The weight of office.
Indeed. Which allows me on this occasion a slightly more pleasant duty. I have some good news for you. Well, both of you, actually.
You're leaving?
Tremont, no. General surgery's been selected by the Commission for Health Improvement Review.
And that's your idea of good news, is it?
Well, I know it means slightly more paperwork, but it's only because your general care's amongst the highest in the hospital.
Surely cardiothoracics has that honour.
Well, we tend to be more cutting edge, so, you know, our operations run a higher risk. OK, so general surgery is slightly less exciting, but the Trust are keen to maintain the 3-star status and want to go with a safer bet.
So basically you're massaging the figures?
No, we want to look at our best, which is what you are in general surgery.
Well, you'll pardon me if I don't skip down the corridor. Do I have a choice?
Well, I could always tell the Trust you said no.
Yeah, I'm sure you could.
So, Tom, do you...
Alex, you still all right for that meeting with Merrick?
Yeah, if I have to.
Well, he is one of the top men in this field, you know. I understand you knew his daughter before she died.
Yes. Look, can we do this later?
Yeah, fine, of course.
Anyway, maybe we could...
Yeah, sorry. Here's one of my less enjoyable duties.
Just remember, Professor Khan, you are still under caution.
Hardly likely to forget.
And these are the clothes you were wearing at the hotel with Mrs. Woods?
Yes, after I assaulted her, I carefully placed them in my lockers and none of the damning DNA evidence was lost. It was a joke.
Unfortunately, no one's laughing.
Now the train's been removed, you can get dressed and move around. Okay?
Thanks.
I'll see you in a bit.
What happened to the clothes I was wearing that night?
I put them in the wash. No, don't mention it again, eh? And certainly not in here.
I can't just forget what you did.
Then don't forget that you made me do it. Do you know what it feels like to think your wife just slept with another man? I imagined the worst. Look, we'll just get Zubin out of the way, and then we can start again, eh? It'll all be over soon, love. I promise. Tell me. Tell me.
I love you.
Mum, it's Abby. Don't worry, but you're in the hospital.
What happened?
You were in the car, and I rang you.
I remember. Good news.
We can talk about it later. Just rest now.
See? It's perfectly all right.
I'm sorry. You must think I'm a nightmare. This isn't the first time she's had an accident.
What, you mean recently?
No. When I was little, my brother was in the back. He was only a baby. He died.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's all right, you weren't to know. Trouble is, it's affected her ever since. She's still a really nervous driver. I used to hate getting in the car with her when I was little. She'd be so wound up. Sit still, don't lean out the window. In front of my mates and everything. She was so embarrassing.
That's what mums are for, they're all embarrassing. Mine was a bit of a nightmare too when she wanted to be. Almost miss it.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, it happened years ago. She'll wake up soon.
So,
Mr. Campbell will be here as soon as he can, okay?
cheers.
Thought she'd never go.
Oh, don't start on at me again, Pen. You know what that Keating bloke said about putting me under stress?
That's not like the hassle you're going to get from my dad if you go straight. Do you think he's going to let you marry me if you let him down like this?
Well, we could always run away together.
How long until they find us?
I didn't realise I was marrying the pair of you.
Let me have a word with him.
Don't be stupid. Then he'll know what I'm doing.
Well, he might be able to find something less risky for you to do.
I don't want to do anything else. Anything I do is going to be bent, and I want out. I'm not working for your old man anymore, Pen. I haven't got the art for it.
So, are you going to tell me your good news?
I'm pregnant.
Congratulations.
I wanted you to be the first to know. We thought maybe Max if it's a boy.
Oh, that's a lovely name.
Max? Sorry, is that a bad idea? Doesn't have to be Max. I just thought it'd be a good way for us to remember him. And he'd always know about his uncle, even though he never got to meet him.
You're still very, very young.
No younger than you were when you had Max.
I just think you should really think about it a bit more. Having a baby's going to change your life forever.
You don't want me to have it at all, do you?
I didn't say that. I just worry.
You didn't have to. I know you.
This is not the right time.
There's nothing to talk about. I'm having the baby. I thought you'd be happy for me. Forget it.
What are you doing back here? Well, if I have to work at home, I have to get my research packed up and moved.
Subin, it's a serious charge. Do you think for one moment I don't realise that?
Sorry, that was tactless. I left the police station this morning. I'm on bail. The duty solicitor drove me here so I could pick up my car, made me promise that I'd drive straight out of the hospital.
So why didn't you?
I couldn't. I mean, the way she said it, it was so final. Rick, I might never get back in here again.
That's not going to come to that.
What if she doesn't change her mind and tell the truth? I mean, we slept together, for God's sake. I could lose everything.
Look, you didn't assault her, right? It's her word against yours.
She's covered in bruises. Do you think a jury's going to believe a doctor who deliberately signs an attractive patient off his list and then 4 hours later sleeps with her? I don't think so. I'm lucky the GMC's not involved. Only I can talk to her.
Don't even go there, Zubin. If they even find you here, you could lose your job. Now, you need to go home. I'll help you pack your files, and then we'll get out of here. Well, come on.
Oh, Prof. Didn't think you were in today.
Just leaving.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean about that. I mean, great. I need to see you about my project. I'm an MD now. Tom, he's got this patient called David Ross going off pump today. I just want to ask your advice, really, about this new Doppler. Sorry, what did I say?
It's more what you didn't say, my friend. Thank you. A bit of normality.
Right, okay. I also thought it might be suitable for your depth of anaesthesia study that you're doing.
Yeah, well, sounds good. Have you got your patient's permission?
No, not for your study, no.
Right. I'll come along. I'll get it. Come on.
Well, what now?
Yes, why not? Won't take long. 5 minutes.
All right, I'll see you in your office. And, Zub, just keep your head down.
No, I was thinking...
That's always dangerous.
You can't take this professional discretion thing too far. Surely we could find somewhere discreet for an innocent dinner.
And where did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking, I could squeeze us a table at Luigi's.
Very tempting. And you might have to make the most of my company while it lasts.
What?
I've been offered a research fellowship at Columbia University.
New York? Well, that's great. I didn't even know you were trying.
I wasn't. They contacted me and they've made me an offer I can't refuse.
Well, all the more reason to celebrate. Well, we'll have dinner.
Let me check my diary and I'll get back to you.
Look, can we just stop with the game playing thing, okay?
I thought you enjoyed it.
Well, not today, okay?
How does it feel not being in control?
Scary.
Good.
I need to... Thank you.
It'll make no difference to the operating procedure at all, Mr. Ross. Just another monitor in a room full of monitors.
So it's not going to put him at risk, is it?
No. You wouldn't even know it was there. It's just that we like to ask first.
You guys like to make a lot of fuss, don't you? Listen, I just do what you lot tell me, right? Get used to taking orders in the nick.
Nice one. So much for keeping it quiet.
I just got out of HMP Holby. You won't say anything, will you?
Everything you tell me is confidential, Mr. Ross. We all have our secrets.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't need to tell me, boss. I had to try and keep this quiet for 2 years.
Why?
Well, when you're inside, people know you've got a weak link. They tend to exploit it. I started getting hassle in Holby. They put me in the isolation unit.
Well, best possible place for you, given the gravity of your condition.
You're joking, aren't you? The place was full to the hilt with junkies, paedophiles and rapists.
I'll try to steer clear.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't marry you.
Are you trying to give me an heart attack before I get in there?
I love you, Dave. If you're really going to do a runner, I can't come with you.
Why not?
I have to be there for when Dad gets out. Look, you may be trouble, but since Mum died, I'm always
You're just someone to knock around instead of her.
He treated her like royalty.
When it suited him. You know, if he'd had a bad day, she turned into a punch bag. You telling me he never knocked you about as well?
No.
You're a bad liar, Pen. You need to see your old man the way he really is and get away from him.
I can't. I love him.
And me?
You know that.
Well, then it looks like you've got to make a choice, doesn't it? Because if you want to be with me, you have to run as well.
Hello again. We've had a look at your angiogram, and the ECG Mr. Kitting's done's confirmed you're well enough for the operation. Is there anything you want to ask me?
No, mate, let's just get it over with.
And Mr. Kitting's explained we want to do this operation off pump, yes?
Yeah, and the other bloke went through the test or the experiments or whatever. Not that I understood a word of it.
Oh, I wouldn't worry. I don't understand the half of it, and I'll work here.
Yes, thank you, Sandy. What other, the gentleman?
I don't know, the professor something. Your Oppo here said he was top boy.
Oh, only the best at Holby, Mr. Ross.
Professor.
Just telling Liz. We're going to move away when this is all over.
Put it all behind us.
Very sensible.
Just the two of us. Somewhere where no one will ever find us.
Right, this may make you feel a bit drowsy, so it might be a good time for her to have a sleep. So if you want to go home, do anything.
Oh, no, I don't think so.
It's okay, I'll keep an eye on her for you. Sorry.
Right, well, I'll go to the shop then.
Yeah.
Get a coffee. You just sleep, okay?
Actually, it might be a good time for you to have a rest. I've organised your x-ray for later on in the day, and maybe I could have a word with Mr. Woods and ask him to wait in the relatives' room.
He's not a bad man, really.
Sorry?
My husband.
No, he seems very attentive.
Oh, yeah, he is. Always has been. Always looked after me.
Yeah, but if you did want some time on your own, just a bit of peace and quiet, that's all right as well.
No, he won't leave me on my own for long.
Well, maybe I'll go and have a word with him.
No, please don't. Please don't. I shouldn't be speaking to you anyway. Please, you won't talk to him. I've done enough to hurt him as it is.
Okay. I'll just go and see if X-ray's ready for us.
1,000 on the nose to win. Yep. Doctor's orders, 1:30. Yeah, thanks. Where have you been?
I had to take Ed through his off-pump CABG and then I went to the library to get some more notes.
Yeah, well, come on, let's just get you packed and home. Have you actually read all these books?
No.
I thought not.
Some of them I wrote.
What are you doing back?
Haven't you heard of knocking?
You wouldn't be able to hear me knocking if you were still at home.
I'm just packing up some of my research.
You're driving me mad. Do you really want to get yourself struck off?
No. I think there's enough people doing that for me at the moment, but if I am being sent to my own personal desert island, I intend taking some discs with me.
If the Trust find out you're here, with Elizabeth Woods still on site, you will lose your job, whatever else happens.
They won't find out, unless someone tells them.
If someone makes a complaint, I'll have no choice.
The patient I talked to, did he complain?
That's not the point, Zoop. You're putting me in an impossible situation. You've got to play this by the book.
And he who is without sin cast the first stone.
This is not about me.
Yes, it is. You're the clinical director, not Big Brother. Turn a blind eye for once.
You grab what you can carry and run, or I'll have security throw you out.
I need to talk to Abigail. She doesn't understand.
Listen, I know it's none of my business, but surely having a baby or not has to be her decision.
But she needs to know.
Is there something you haven't told her? Honey?
Max, her brother. He didn't die in a car accident like she thinks.
So what happened to him?
He was very poorly, with tubular myopathy. He died when he was 4.
You've never told her?
She was a baby. She didn't need to know. I mean, I was going to. One day.
Now might not be the best time to tell her.
I have to. It's genetic. Women don't get it. They just carry it. If Abigail has a boy, he might get it as well.
5 bars for those, please.
Actually, she's still sleeping, so maybe you want to come back later.
Let me guess, he's just worried about her.
Do you know, she said something very odd to me earlier. What? Well, she said she didn't want to hurt her husband any more than she already has.
Right.
That's crazy. I mean, she's been raped. It's not her fault. Sounds more like someone who's been caught out.
Do you think that she's lying?
I don't know. I mean, I do know I want the professor to be found innocent. We all do.
If she's lying and doesn't back down, Zubin goes to jail.
You can't run away from him, Dave. He'll find you.
Not with a 2-year start, he won't.
He will if I'm with you. He might let you disappear, but not me.
So what you're saying, you won't come with me?
I'm saying I've got to speak to him.
You speak to him and I've had it.
Why? Sorry, guys, it's showtime. Why? What aren't you telling me?
It was me that squealed.
You what?
I had enough, Pen. I turned us in. And now I think he's onto me. I have to get away.
Don't look so worried. He's in good hands.
We implant a deep brain stimulator, locate the appropriate area of tissue, and use an electrical stimulation. A bit like a pacemaker, only for the brain. The results so far have been very promising.
Sounds very straightforward.
And this procedure's under a local, right? Alex remains conscious.
There's a very practical reason why you need to be awake. It's essential that we can see the patient's response to test stimulation to ensure that we've got the right place before we implant the permanent electrode. It's a bit like trying to find the faulty bulb in a string of fairy lights. Fix the right one and the whole system works again.
Find the wrong one and you burn the house down, or electrocute yourself.
You're a surgeon, Alex. This is science, not science fiction.
It's a very new science. At the risk of stating the obvious, it's not your brain we're talking about cutting open. Excuse me.
Alex.
Well, that went well.
Just trying to sound enthusiastic.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Not my idea for persuading people, obviously. Unless I can change your mind about dinner.
You know, I've been thinking about that.
No. Just say yes. We've been playing hard to get for too long. Say yes.
What, no flip remarks, no jokes, just plain old honesty? It's not a side of you that I'm used to.
Though it's down to you I called my dad, you know. And that's a major breakthrough for a star. Otherwise, Alex wouldn't be talking to Merrick now. You've done something to me, you know? Say yes.
Yes.
Alex, please wait. Accept my apologies. I get carried away sometimes. I forget that people still get nervous, even when they're surgeons themselves.
No, I'm not scared of the surgery, Mr. Merrick. I'm scared of failing.
I see.
Because if it does fail, then I have nowhere else to go except out.
Not necessarily. None of us knows what the future holds. Look what happened to Victoria. Nobody could have predicted that I'd lose her like that.
No.
You know, some days it's as though half my body's not there. There's nothing worse can happen to a parent than outlive their child.
I can't imagine.
Do you know what hurts most about Victoria's murder? The waste. Terrible, stupid waste. She had such heart, such talent, such compassion.
She was a good doctor.
You are a good surgeon. And there's nothing I can do for Victoria anymore. But I might be able to help you if you'll allow me that privilege.
Got enough gadgets on him there, have you heard? Well, we had to go through the arm to put him under.
Oddly, I had noticed that.
Well, I think you should do this graft. I've not done many CABGs off pump before.
Exactly. Good opportunity if you learn on the job. Stop messing around all these statistics.
No, I've got to do that for my MD. Anyway, it'd be interesting getting the stats from someone as young as Dave.
I hope we can keep him alive a bit longer than his father.
Oh, really? Why? I never read all the notes.
Well, very conscientious of you, considering you're writing a report on him. Mr. Ross here has a history of familial hyperlipidemia. His father died when he wasn't much older than Dave is now from a major heart attack.
The stress of running the family business couldn't have helped either.
What's that?
Well, it looks like Dave here is part of Holby's answer to his Tony Soprano.
Of course, given your family connections to Cosa Nostra, you would have insider information. OK, onwards. Remember, you've seen me do this often enough before. I'm looking for 8 or 9 minutes. 10's a good average. Anything over 12, I'll be jumping right in.
No pressure, then.
Clock's ticking.
Any news on my Dave yet, nurse?
I can try and find out for you.
Thank you. Right, it's time to get you down to X-ray.
Right, shall I come too?
We could be a couple of hours, so I'll get Sandy to show you where you can wait.
Oh, will you be okay with that? Well, look, don't tire yourself out by talking too much, eh?
It's this way, Mr. Woods. He'll be quite busy down in X-ray, so I'll wait with you if you want.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
It's okay, I'm on my break.
I don't understand why everyone here speaks so nice to me.
What you've been through is every woman's nightmare.
Yes, but Zubin works here. It must be so awkward for all of you.
Yeah, well, none of that's your fault. You can't expect to assault one of your patients and then carry on working as a doctor.
I wasn't actually one of his patients. He discharged me.
It doesn't matter if you're one of his patients or not.
It wasn't... Oh, it doesn't matter. That's not what I meant.
He's just leaving.
I don't believe this.
Why are you doing this, Elizabeth? We'll take the stairs. Find the strength to stand up to him. Zubin, come on.
You said you'd always keep me safe.
You said you'd left your husband. I think it should all wait until we talk to the police separately. Is that what this is all about? You making me pay because you haven't got the guts to leave him? Come on.
I thought you, of all people, would understand.
What?
If I couldn't be with you.
You take me down with you. Is that it?
Let's go.
Elizabeth. What's this plan?
Let's go, now.
Tell the truth.
How much longer?
11 minutes, Ed.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm just tying up.
Just letting you know. I mean, if word gets out you took too long, we know how vengeful these mafia families can be.
Okay. Stabilizer is off.
Excellent work, Mr. Keating. We're about ready to close. Anybody any ideas?
We've got ST elevations.
Give me some papaverine.
I should have waited to tell you.
It's still a bit of a shock. You're still my baby girl.
Scared of being a grandma? How are you doing?
Not feeling too brilliant at the moment.
Well, let's take a look at you. You feel made up? Mum's coming around to the idea.
Can I have a quick look at your tummy, Annie, please? I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave now. We need to get someone to look at you, Mum.
What is it?
I don't know just yet. Your BP's a bit low, that's all.
What is it?
Hypertensive and the stomach's distended.
Drain's full.
How's the BP?
80 systolic.
Annie, I think you may be bleeding internally. We're going to have to take you back into theatre. Page Mr. Griffin.
Our hand, please. B, will you take this pump? Okay.
All right, let's go.
There's a few left over. Can you bring them round in your car later? Yeah, just put them in the bag. Your pager's going? Yeah. I'm just trying to get the results. You're not wasting your money on that load of nonsense, are you? Just a few quid, the odd bets. I know you of old, Rick. Be careful. It's just a bit of fun. Better answer that pager. Just a bit of fun, Rick. You look after yourself today, Zubin. I'm fine.
Increased GTN.
Already at maximum.
Is there a cannula in this femoral artery? Any time this week?
Sorry, yes, there is. Tom, shouldn't we just go on back, Paul?
We're just going to arrest him and we're going to move on. I thought we were doing this off pump for your MD. Let's get our priorities right. Get an intra-aortic balloon pump and forget the perfusionist.
Back from X-ray.
Yes. You're
Kath Fox. I work with Sister Williams on this floor. You know, if there's any help that you need, you only have to ask.
Oh, sorry. Actually, I'd rather just be left alone.
You know, sometimes you can feel a little crowded. Even husbands can be a pain.
What's Anthony said to you?
Nothing. It's just that he hasn't let you out of his sight since you got here.
He loves me.
I had a husband who loved me, and I left him after he made me a patient in this hospital.
How dare you?
We should look out for each other, you and me.
It's the rejects table.
Glad you can still laugh about it.
I have to laugh. I'd cry. No one knows what the future holds, Alex. They're still making new breakthroughs all the time.
So I've been told.
Some of my research might help you eventually.
Well, thank you, but I think we both know it's a long way off. At the moment, my chances seem to depend on an operation straight off the Sci-Fi channel. Electronic stimulators in the brain.
I've been doing the operation successfully for years. Come on, Alex. I didn't have you done as a Luddite.
Well, only when the technology is being used on me. I do operations. I don't have them.
I know how you feel. Always strikes me as an extraordinary way to earn a living. I mean, look at this place. The more you love her, the more she wants. Then eventually, she sucks you completely dry and spits you out.
And you still want to go back to her?
Indeed. All the reasons to stay on with her when you can. I know I would.
So what happened?
Tear's come apart again. She's bleeding heavily from the left lobe. More FFP and platelets. Oh, Pat, my liver's not working.
Her BP's low, she's bradycardic, she's very unstable. Did I do something wrong?
More suction. And the surgery cell didn't hold. It's nobody's fault. Call the liver unit. Tell them she'll be on the way as soon as we've stabilized her.
Forget it. Defib. It was just a small tear, damn it. Something must have
Charge
happened.
you 200.
Could be any number of possible explanations.
Clear. Charge 200 again. Clear.
She's in sinus rhythm.
Let's concentrate.
And she didn't say anything about him hitting her.
No, but it's hard to tell anyone you're being abused like that. It was for me.
I appreciate that. But unless she actually admits it...
I know.
I'm grateful, Kath, but that's hardly enough.
I have a feeling that she will say something eventually. And I just wanted to say that I know what it's like being suspended. It feels like everyone's forgotten you.
Leave this with me.
Where are you going?
Talk to the one person who can stop this!
She's not stopping. Give me another pack.
What should we do? Should we close her up and send her to the liver unit?
No, it's too much of a risk. If we're going to lose her, we're going to lose her here on my table, in my theatre, and not in some traffic jam on the M4. Stop, Clamp.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to try Pringle's maneuver. Can you get these packs out of the way?
Yeah.
Clamp,
I'd like to do it. If you've got no objection.
you done it before?
No, but I want to. This is supposed to be a really routine operation. I must have done something wrong.
Well, the last time this was not your fault. Dissecting a liver with your bare hands is a delicate and precise procedure. It's not something to be tried for the first time when a patient was just arrested. All right. You can tie up the blood vessels.
Okay, there was a femoral line. Okay, we're in. Dilator. Very good. Balloon.
You haven't measured the length yet.
Go with this balloon, you don't have to. Just go to the second mark. Okay, the wire is out. Let's get it connected to the balloon pump. Start with 1 and 2. Yeah, flushing arterial line. Right, okay, that's looking good. Let's get started. Pressures.
ST elevation's going down. Mean pressure stabilizing.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, good work, everyone.
Tom, I don't understand. Was this my fault?
Not at all. These things happen. With a heart as weak as Dave's, something like this is always a possibility. Don't beat yourself up about it. Now close for me, or I'll make you an offer you can't refuse.
So how much am I up now? Excellent. All right, so what have you got the same odds in the Prince of Wales? No, not Pandora's box. Yeah, Molly Blooms.
Rick.
Yeah.
Help me, Inspector.
Okay, everything to win. Yes. All right. Zubin, take it to HDU. Zubin. Come on. Zubin.
I'm not going to let you do this to me. I know he hits you, just tell them the truth.
That's enough.
I know he hits you, just tell the police.
Zubin, can we call security?
What are you doing? I know why you're doing this, but you can see what it's doing to me.
Right, I want the police in here now.
Yeah, we'll call them.
Zubin!
Look, I know you spoke to one of the nurses. I know that. Just tell the truth. Just tell them I know you spoke to one of them.
Is that true?
No, I didn't say anything.
That's not true, is it?
Please don't.
Liz, just tell them it isn't true.
I think it'd be best if we all left now, right? Come on.
No, wait. Zubin didn't rape me. We made love.
Liz, I think she's talking of her own accord, yes?
I got back from the hotel. I said I'd been out with the girls, but he didn't believe me. He called me a liar, and he punched me. And he accused me of having an affair. And I made this
stupid mistake of standing up to him. And then he raped me.
Hey, come on. I think it might be best if you left the ward. No?
Well, she's emotionally unbalanced. She's not speaking for herself.
Oh, she's not speaking for you anymore, either.
Hold on to the police car here.
Let's go.
This will right.
The operation was fairly difficult, but it was complicated further by the fact that your mother arrested.
You mean heart attack?
Her heart stopped for a very short time. It was a cardiac arrest. But we resuscitated her and we went on to repair the damage to her liver.
So she's okay now?
It's really too early to say. The next few hours are going to be vital.
Try not to let her talk too much.
Your throat's going to be very dry, so try and drink lots of water for me, OK?
And your little experiment, was that Professor Guy pleased with the results?
Well, he hasn't really had the chance to look over the results yet. I'll come and check on you later, OK?
Thanks. Still here?
Looks that way.
I'm not supposed to talk much.
Looks like you've done enough talking already.
It's the only way I could stop him from hitting you.
I could cope with that.
Maybe. I couldn't. I love you. And I hated watching the way he treated you. Especially after your mum died.
But grassing him up.
How else could I stop him? I couldn't take him on. Not on my own pen.
So you all got sent down.
I thought if I did time as well, he'd never think it was me.
What have you done?
Lost you. Well, at least I kept him off you for a few years.
You kept this from me for 19 years. What else haven't you told me?
You don't have to worry. They can do so much these days.
About what?
Your brother's condition was genetic. If you are a carrier and the baby is a boy, there's a 50% chance he'll get it. There are tests we can run. I can get you to talk to someone in maternity if you like.
They couldn't tell in my day. I didn't have a choice. We can have the test done to see if it's a male.
And then what? Get rid of it if it's a boy?
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard work bringing up a child like that. I just want you to have the choice.
What kind of choice is that? Killing him? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't think you'd get pregnant so young. I thought there'd be more time.
When? When was there going to be more time?
I was working up the courage to tell you. Look, if it's a boy, keep it. I'll help. I'll be there for you. We can bring him up together.
You think I want you anywhere near my child if it's a boy? With you looking at him every 5 minutes thinking I should have got rid of him. Just like you must have with Max. I don't think so.
If we do run, it's not going to be to Spain, right?
Crashing HDU!
Please. Call the crash team. Okay, go. Please start CPR and I'll bag it.
What's happened?
No pulse.
Any warning signals? Nothing. She just went straight into arrest.
Right, charge 200. Clear.
Nothing.
200 again. Clear.
Nothing.
Not again.
I've given her 2 times 200.
Okay, go again, 360.
Clear.
No, bonus of adrenaline. I'm not getting anything. Go again, 360.
Clear. Please, Rick.
Go again, 360.
Clear. I know you can't ever forgive what I've done.
No, I can't. But you did what you did because you thought it would help you survive. No one can blame you for that.
Even you?
Doesn't matter. It's all over now.
Including us?
My one regret is that I ever made you think there was ever going to be an us.
I thought you loved me.
I did.
I don't know, you leave this ward for a few hours and you miss all the fun and games.
Believe me, you wouldn't like what you saw.
Oh, I'm not sure about that. I heard that you and Rick got stuck in.
Well, I had no choice. I managed to strain my arm. My back's a bit sore.
Really?
Yeah.
Poor thing. Well, maybe we should just forget about Luigi's then.
No, you don't have to do that, not at all.
No, I really think that we should. Maybe just have dinner at your place instead. Well, if you can do the honest thing, then so can I.
This has nothing to do with anything you did. Time of death, 1738. I'll speak to any relatives.
No, I'll do it. Just my patient.
This was my call. I'll do it.
Why have you come out? What's happening?
Why don't we talk in the relatives' room?
You okay?
Yes.
It was just a simple operation, you said.
Her initial operation was uncomplicated, but I don't think her heart was up to the trauma.
This is me. This is me having a go at her.
No, it's not. It's not.
Hi, Dan.
Hi.
You okay?
I lost my RTA victim.
I'm sorry.
It was a rebleed to a tiny tear in the liver. I must have fixed the surgery so wrong.
Well, what was the cause of death?
It was cardiac arrest due to a massive MI.
Well, you know, these things happen. You've got to learn to sit in your emotions.
Yeah, I know. Just some days, you know.
Sure.
Would you mind if we didn't have dinner tonight?
No, of course. It's, don't be silly. I've got to manage the paperwork with all this Zubin thing, and, it's no problem.
Thanks. Another night?
Yeah, of course. That's it.
Thank you.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
So how much am I down now? $3,000. I'm going to be betting on the night race at Windsor. Just going to check the form, then increase the credit limit.
Yeah, no, I've exhausted all the other avenues, but I still need to know what kind of risk it is. Mr. Mayer used to work on percentages.
Dear Anton and his percentages, I remember them fondly. Well, there's a 90% chance of fixing the tremor, but a 2 to 3% chance of hemorrhage or stroke.
Think it's worth me taking that kind of risk?
Well, before I can tell you that, I have to know where you are with your treatment, how the Parkinson's is affecting your life.
Well, I found I couldn't work with the tremor, and I eventually tried L-Dopa, but the side effects were appalling, and then the anti-nausea exacerbated the tremor, so it was a no-win situation.
So the tremor is your dominant symptom?
Yeah, in my right hand.
And you're right-handed? Well, I have to say you look to me like a pretty good candidate for surgery. Don't forget you've got youth in your favour, and we're catching you early.
And I'm desperate, let's not forget that.
Griffin! Glad I caught you.
Sorry, Sandy, what's this about?
It's the sweepstake for the big race. You won. Don't think you'll have all the luck, eh? Lovely car, by the way.
You
know our Rick Griffin?
Rick Griffin, yes. Now, there's a man who likes taking a risk, as I remember.
Indeed.
Women and horses always takes the long shot.
Yeah, I know. He has this Chinese proverb he likes to quote to people.
Really?
When you dine at the restaurant of last resort, you accept what's on the menu.
You would take advice from Rick Griffin, would you?
No, but 700 million Chinese might know a thing or two. Charles, I want the surgery.
Well, life hasn't exactly dealt either of us a straight hand, has it? Let's see what you can do, Alex, to turn the odds in our favour.
Coming up.
I've got a cold case for you.
Marina, you can't hire me. I'm not for hire.
We can at least take a look at it.
The only reason I can justify this group's existence is by solving the crimes other people can't.
Waking the Dead. Next on BBC One.